Hi community, Celia here for this week's video where we're going to dive into 3 tips to sustain your business during challenging times. Normally, our content would be delivered and framed around growing your business, scaling your business. Right now are some unique circumstances, and so we want to really look at how you can sustain your business and keep the momentum going so that when we shift back into some level of normalcy, that you actually see momentum and growth in your business. And the value of this content is not just for this moment, but times of crisis and times of challenge can happen in various seasons of life, externally and internally. Personally, as an entrepreneur, I've had close to 12 years of experience. And starting my business in 2008, that was in the middle of the world economic crisis. It was actually the height of the world economic crisis. That summer and fall, the bailouts were happening, and it was a very uncertain time. And so for me, coming out of grad school, there were no job options and no jobs available in the arts, which is what I was trained in. So I decided to start my own business, and I grew that business to become very successful over a period of years until I reached my own personal internal crisis that forced me to need to change my model. And so in that 12 years of entrepreneurship, I've experienced 4 to 5 crisis periods, both internal and external, and all of my businesses have always stayed open. All of them have continued to grow and to scale. And because of this, I am qualified to help you and give you solid tools and tips and advice to sustain your business in this time and also grow and scale your business. Okay, so the first tip that I want to talk about is choosing your story wisely. Your internal self-talk determines your vibe and your mood. So I encourage you and motivate you to keep that internal dialogue positive, because if you're seeing things on the outside that are triggering you and upsetting you, echoing that voice internally is only going to make you feel worse. So it's really healthy to take time away from social media, take time away from the news, and cultivate an inner relationship with yourself and an inner sense of peace and an inner sense of love. And this is essential for the success of heart-centered entrepreneurs, because as a heart-centered entrepreneur, what you're doing is you are taking your inner world, the love that you have, the passion that you have for your service, the passion that you have for your clients and your customers, and you're learning how to communicate and developing processes and strategies to communicate the heart and the essence of who you are and what you stand for in a way that appeals your ideal clients and draws them into you. So that inner dialogue and that inner self-talk affects your magnetism and your ability to connect with your ideal prospects and buyers. And it also influences your ability to show up and to be visible and to communicate during these times, because people are looking for leaders. So the first person that you must be a leader for is yourself. So choose your story wisely. Connect with what it is that is making you uncomfortable, that has you feeling uncertain and unsure, and face it and honor it and love it and bless it. And then connect with what it is that you do want. Connect with the story that you do want. Connect with what you want to see. What is that worldview that you want to have? How do you see your place in the world? And who do you see being there with you? Choosing your story wisely is going to empower you during these times, and it's also going to support you as we move into the next chapter of humanity and society and life. The second tip is communication is key. If you know me, you know that I'm a huge fan of communication and I'm a huge fan of visibility. And what I encourage you to do is communicate with your clients and your customers and your audience more so than usual. And the reason being is because like I said earlier, people are looking for leadership, but they're also looking to you for what to do. Now, while honoring the messages and the things that are coming through the channels as far as, what the expectations are of how businesses run, you can still communicate, especially if you have an in-person business model, how you would like to see people doing business with you in the meantime. Okay, so you have options, but communicating is essential to your business growth. And again, clients and customers, they want to be educated. Now, I work a lot with people who are in the mental and physical health and wellness space. And so your communication about how you help people, illness prevention, things like that are extremely valuable right now. So educating your clients and your customers about your services, your products, what you do, how they can support people right now in this given moment will help to sustain you. It will also help to sustain you because your clients and customers know what to do and they know how to do business with you. So communication is key. Show up, be visible, and communicate. The third tip is sell with integrity. I work with heart-centered entrepreneurs, and all of them have a service or a product that helps people. It helps people. It's designed to help people have better lives, help people have better relationships, help people have better health, both physical and mental and emotional and spiritual health. Heart-centered entrepreneurs do things that are of great service to humanity, to humankind. So selling with integrity means selling in a way that helps people to understand that you can help them. It's not being grabby or pushy. This is not a time to hard sell people. It is a time to build your relationships with your clients and customers and go ahead and show up and let people know how you help them and ask for the appointment, ask for the sale, ask for the booking. There's nothing wrong with that. And what I find is that people right now are looking for things that will help them. And so don't just assume that because the forecast is looking a certain way that you can't make offers. I'm seeing it everywhere. If you turn on your news feed and you turn on, different ads that you're seeing, like sales and products are still being offered, but just think about coming at it from a heart-centered approach. So selling with integrity, selling based on the transformation, selling how you can help people, and ultimately building that relationship, because that's so much of what sales is connection and relationship building. So your clients and your customers have challenges that they're facing right now, and if you're able to get your products and your services out to them, you're going to help them. So a lot of this connects back with that first tip, which is choosing your story wisely. So how you talk to yourself about selling, how you view selling, how you approach it really determines how you're going to be received on the other side. So I encourage you to develop that self-talk around sales and feeling good and empowered around sales, so that if you feel confident to communicate. And you notice how these patterns, they ripple across all of the tips. This is how I operate in my business, where it's called congruence coaching and congruence training, where I take a thread and I'm able to weave it into all of the points. So when you take one action, it builds upon all of the other actions in the system. So I want you to know that you are going to make it through this time, that the world needs that something special that only you can offer and that you can deliver, and that you have a community member and a supporter and a cheerleader in me and my team. All right, so in this time, what we have done is we have opened up a private Facebook community to provide heart-centered sales, business tools, and strategies for dynamic times. And I also always have the door open for you to book a free 15-minute clarity call with me by visiting celiafaymeisel.com/clarity. So if you want to talk to me about one or two of the challenges that you're facing right now and have an open ear, that is a pitch-free call, the Clarity Call. And also if you want to join the Facebook community, the Heart-Centered Sales Business Tools and Strategies for Dynamic Times, I'll be doing regular video training and content, especially if you don't want to wait for the next video and for the next week and you want to get some ongoing cheerleading and support in the meantime. To your heart-centered success, I'm sending you a big virtual hug, and I'm here for you, and I know that you are going to come out on top and ahead, and sometimes you just need that reminder from somebody who gets it. And like I said, I've been here many times in my business. I've experienced times of painful loss, of crisis, of challenge, both internal and external, and I can guarantee you that you can get through this and you can make it to the other side stronger than you ever imagined before. I'll see you on the next video.